Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show with my last video for tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna get around to it. So there's a few, maybe one or two things for NBA Central that I want to talk about, but the big thing I want to get to from Woj is when I talk about it. Let's talk about this first thing, the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Whoa, 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 whoa. They are a team to monitor for Paul George and Klay Thompson. Per at the sideline, Mark Stein. End quote from this article. End quote, Orlando continues to be mentioned by various league observers as a natural suitor for George as well as Golden State's Klay Thompson. The Clippers certainly hope to retain George in free agency. They've made it clear by letting negotiations drag out to this point that they want to do it at their price. Period. End quote. Man, Paulo, Franz Wagner, and PG would actually be so nasty. And people will be like, oh, PG in the Big 2024, but he's still a good player. And you would rather that over Klay Thompson, 0 for 10 in an elimination playing game. Still can't believe that. But that would be a really good team. But 0 for 10 in an important game, yeah, take them. You can take them. Hopefully we can actually replace Klay and not make us look like dumbasses. But that lineup would all be low-key good if they got Paul George. Like, you have Jalen Suggs, Paul George, Franz Wagner, Paulo, maybe Isaac Okoro. You could get a center, but Jonathan Isaac's defense is really impactful. I think PG would help this team more than Klay. Just how they are currently built. Both are great pieces that can help this team grow, though. But I feel like Paul George would help their team the much better fit. And they're free agents, by the way. It's not a trade. Free agency. Anybody, they can pay, whoever wants to can pay them. They need shooters, and they both can shoot the 3-ball. Well, Klay, I mean, he was good the year before. I just don't know what happened this year. He shot good from 3 the year before until the playoffs, and ever since then he's been downhill. Like, he'll have these streaky games, but yeah, but the Orlando Magic, whoa, 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 are a team to monitor for Paul George and Klay Thompson. Nikola Jovic via HoopsHype, he said Russell Westbrook is his GOAT. End quote. MJ and the guy I always looked up when I was growing up was gotta be Russell Westbrook. He was the one who was playing every single game like it was his last one, and that's something I always loved. I mean, people have really forgotten how good prime Russell Westbrook was. I don't think people have forgotten. I really think a lot of NBA Twitter are newer fans who didn't even watch hoops when he was in his prime, or people are just basking because of the playoff run he just had, because recency bias is a thing. And the average of triple-double is damn near impossible. Well, until like the last few years. It was kind of hard to average a triple-double until Westbrook did it. And people are like, oh, he stat padded. Well, he had to put up all those stats because he would carry that team. And he didn't say he is the GOAT, he's his GOAT. But what y'all know about prime Russell Westbrook? Y'all don't know. Y'all forget how good that man is. I miss prime Westbrook. So, Jason Kidd called Jaylen Brown the Celtics' best player. I think after game 1. And Drew Holiday talked about it, how Jason Kidd called Jaylen Brown the Celtics' best player. He said, I don't think he's lying. And Jason Tatum, after they win the finals, is going to be like, he gets the A on the group project for doing nothing. But 6 for 22 tonight, yeah, he ain't going to win that finals MVP. I mean, there's a few things here. I could talk about the Caitlin Clark Team USA thing, but that's not NBA related. That's just Team USA. It's kind of crazy how they're finally getting all that exposure, but yet they won't put Caitlin Clark on the Team USA team. But let's talk about the big thing from Woj, from Adrian Wojnarowski. Or Wojnarowski. How do you say his last name? UConn coach Dan Hurley, who we talked about a few days ago, he plans to make a decision on his future Monday, which is today. So I will have a follow-up NBA news talking about Dan Hurley. Or I could just do a separate video. I don't know what I'm deciding on, whether I'll do a separate video for the Dan Hurley news or just NBA news. I don't know. He tells ESPN the Lakers make a compelling case to him in LA, but he loves what he's built with the two-time defending national champions and is weighing it all now. So the Lakers made a compelling case, apparently, according to Woj, to Dan Hurley to be their head coach, but I just don't know why you want to leave UConn. Two-time defending champs, you're going for the three-peat this year. But, I don't know. There's a chance he could stay. I'm mostly going to say 70-30. 70% he stays, 30% he goes. He would be gone by now. I think he stayed at UConn. If he wasn't staying at UConn, I think he would be gone by now. But I feel like maybe the Lakers could have got used for leverage, but I don't think that's the thing. Maybe he is softening up UConn, he could go, but if he's smart, he'll stay at UConn. But it kind of sounds like he's not coming to LA. But that's kind of big news there. But it's kind of just, why does this news have to happen during the NBA Finals, man? But yeah, that's a big story there. But yeah, it's really all the three things I want to talk about from this NBA news. A quick NBA news, but with the Dan Hurley news, I might just do a separate video because I don't want to do a NBA news on it just for it to be one topic. So I'll do a separate video when the Dan Hurley news comes out, whenever I wake up. But yeah, really off to say here. So until next time, I plot. Peace.